Welcome everybody. Alright, we are starting the tournament here in 5 minutes. I'm just going to grab my coffee and be right with you. Hikaru has a bad looking haircut. Alright. What am I doing? Welcome guys, here we go. Alright. Profile. Tournaments. Pawnda April Blitz Swiss tournament. We've got 7 players. Just a moment, I'll be with you. And right back. We are ready. Move 11, thanks for subscribing. 106 months. Is that all? Is that all you got for me? I'm still alive. Somehow, after last night. What's up? Alright. Pawnda and Horses team. We're hosting a Pawnda Swiss Blitz. Every month we do 2 Swisses and 2 arenas, 1 rapid, 1 blitz. This is our Pawnda Swiss Blitz tournament. So we're 8 players. Pawnda April Blitz. Sorry, I had to run across the house. I'm a little out of breath. Sparkle Horse. Dusan the Great, Zenchess, Dinekis, Nedeye, Ruslan Bear, CGN, Happy Pawn. Zenchess said he wants to bet $100. He bets $100 he'll win. I don't think this is my. I don't feel right betting my my viewers. But you can always make a donation. Alright. So, what am I doing here? Thanks to the offer, very kind offer from Zenchess. Bet me $100. I'd be happy if you stayed and played. Move 11, are you with us? Someone on sound is online, but he never plays in our tournaments. Let's see. Drown the Clown. Manny Ramirez. I didn't understand till now that Dribble Driver. Drown the Clown has named Emmanuel as in Emmanuel Manny. Manny. Okay. So, guys, welcome to the stream. International Master William Pascal. This is Pawnda. Pawnda's back. He's got his private camera. Hello. Hey everybody. How are you? Are you my fan? If you're my fan, I'm yours too. Oh. Alright guys. Arsenal fan. Brutal loss for Fabi today. Okay, we're starting. We're playing. Well, Brutal lost to lose to Hikaru, man. Hikaru spoiled Caruana's tournament. I don't think that Fabiano could afford to lose any games. So it's like pretty much over now. The candidate set is. I don't think Deadeye is here. He's black. He has left the game. Well, in fact, he's never been here. So we're gonna get one of those like showing up late guys. If you guys register for these Swisses, just remember that it's not like an arena, unfortunately. I don't know how long Neteye's been registered, but we've had this repeatedly where people don't show up, and there is a feature in Swiss tournaments to make it so that people who have like abandoned their last Swiss game can't play. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. You know, what does that matter? Because you abandoned your last game has nothing to do with this tournament. HGG is here, so I was thinking about you. I've seen you in a while. HGGG. It's always good to have people come back, you know. I have 10,700 followers on Twitch, and like most of them are either dead or in jail. So, you know, every once in a while someone comes back that was like a former viewer. You know, Arsenal's in and out of jail. Or chess jail, that is. Stream jail. Arsenal is out of stream jail. Alright, guys. Esposito. You know, Esipenko is the Russian form of Esposito. I just made that up. Good community. Yeah, we need to restore the community because it kind of ebbs and flows and people disappear and they don't necessarily come right back. Alright, so we've got 5-3. While I'm not playing this game, I'm going to go to... I hate this. I need a new window. Alright. I'm going to go here. Sorry about the Hall of Mirrors. I'm going to go here to Pawnda Horses Club, click, and then we can watch a different game. I know I'm playing a game. You don't need to remind me that all the time. Happy Pawn already got a win. How's that? Happy Pawn got a buy. Full point buy. Already got a win. The gray kind. Okay. HEG is playing. Zen Chess. Oh my god, dude. What am I going to do with Zen Chess? He posts in the chat that he'll bet $100. Now I take your bet. Maybe because I didn't bet him, he decided not to play. So HEG also waiting. We do have two games. Dusan with black. I'm just calling him Dusan. That's easier than saying Redusa. Like the Serbian GM. What's his name? Dusan Popovic. Everybody needs a nickname. We're gonna call him Dusan, okay? It's just easier. Ruslan Bear versus Dusan. We've got Queen D8. It looks good for black. Bad structure, you know, the hanging pawns. But okay, every hanging pawns, you know, there's a silver lining behind every silver pawns. There's a silver lining behind every hanging pawns. I mean, the good news is that you actually have a very powerful D4, and it can't be easily undermined. Silver Fox, Arsenal fan. So the game is all about those pawns. It's all about the central pawns. You can blockade them, like I did against John Ems in the World Senior 2 years ago, Team Championship. How's black to blockade those pawns? Not so easy. He doesn't have good control of c4. So instead of blockading them, he's encouraging white to just not advance it by putting pressure on d4. You know, we're discouraging white from advancing the pawns. Queen d8. Reduce watched last week's analysis. Wait, seriously? What do you mean? What is this? This is a very stupid boulder for white. Well, what was last week's analysis? See, this is a dubious decision by black. I mean, to play b4 and take the pressure off the center. Anyway, I don't know what Arsenal. What are you talking about? Oh, your game with Queen d8. I wish I could remember last week, man. I played poker at the poker club until 7 in the morning, and I can't remember. My mind is like I drank like. I feel like I drank like. What is that drink we used to have? Mind erasers. There was some drink called the Mind Eraser. I can't remember. I have dementia. You know, I was doing all kinds of weird shit. I swear I have dementia. Even in poker, and I'm not talking about alcohol. I just start doing weird shit like betting out of turn. It's a concentration issue. You know, I think I have concentration issues. I repeatedly bet out of turn against the same opponent, the exact same way, like 3 times. I don't know why. Every time he was like on my left, and I was on the button. I don't know why. I don't know why I kept doing it. It was weird. He got pissed, but he was right to be pissed, because it was like, why would I do that like 3 times? Okay, he was taking like a long time to make his decision, but still, I think I'm just like, I'm not concentrating. You know, my concentration is like messed up. You can't tell whose turn it is to bet. Well, I can't remember stuff. I was reading this article about dementia and ADHD. And the point is, I joke about having dementia all the time, but this is a serious thing. There are a lot of cases where people are really like wrongly diagnosed with stuff because they actually have like ADHD. They might think that people who have, older people might have, they think they have dementia, but they actually have ADHD. You know, because no one understood ADHD or attention deficit disorder. I'm just like, I can't remember stuff. I can't concentrate. And everything factors in if you're tired. I'm just killing time here while I'm waiting for my game. There it is. All right, back to thanks for not showing up, Nedeye. Good job. But Zen chess really hurts. Okay, HGG on the board with the forfeit win against Zen chess. Maybe Zen chess is trying to pull like a Bobby Fischer. I have the coffee here. Yeah, a real coffee. Yeah, last night I played poker all night and didn't eat properly, didn't sleep. Yeah, okay. But it's even when I'm like relatively normal. Yeah, coffee helps. Coffee helps. But Redusa just dropped a piece against the tricky Ruslan. I like the Swiss better because we can play all the games at the same time, you know, and when one game's over we can go to another and we don't have to worry about my game starting. So we can see the other games a little bit. Medusa or Dusan walked into c4. That's bad, dude. Yeah, I played at Duna Poker, and everybody was like, "Wow, you know." Even one of the managers is like, "Oh, you still live here? We haven't seen you." I never go to Duna like very often, so they were even like surprised to see me. But it was fun because we got an Omaha game going, and they're very, very, very rare to have Omaha on Tuesdays. And so it was addictive. Like, I like playing Omaha more than Hold'em now, and we managed to keep the game going till 7 a.m. It was the only game in the poker club. Tuesday night till 7 a.m. six-handed. But anyways, it's much more fun than playing Hold'em, but it's hard to find players and stuff. All right, so Rook A2, and I don't like to play like super high stakes. That gets really heavy, you know. So it wasn't really that deep. Anyways, Redusa is low on time. Normally I can't play poker on Tuesday nights. Like, I have to work. I have to do chess stuff during the week. I can go out once a week on the weekends. But this particular week is like a vacation week. So I'm free to do as I want. They let me out from the jail sometimes. This particular Easter week, I was free from jail. Didn't go well though. I had this crushing pot. I had to win. You know, there's like a key hand you have to win, and I didn't win it. I flopped a set of aces on an ace 6-9 rainbow, and with two other players all in, I only got back a side pot and got my money back. I lost I left like $600 on the table. It was tragic. I mean, thank God, like, I didn't lose, but all I had to do was, like, my set of aces just had to hold, and I win like $600. And the guy had a wrap and he had a full wrap on the straight. That's all he had, but that's good enough. He like quadrupled up with this stupid river straight, and yeah, if I just win that hand like 1 out of every 2 times I play it, I'm in good shape. But unfortunately, I'm 0 for 1. I get the side pot, but it was enough to just break even. So it was pretty tragic. And the thing that pissed me off was like I went like with a massive raise on the flop and actually pushed out the only player who he probably had a considerable amount of money he could have still put in, but whatever. Poker talk. Anyway, GGG got me started. GGG poker. Yeah, I don't play that much, so it's fun if I get to play. This is 5+3 though. It feels long. Ruslan could have played his power. Oh yeah, he's not Mr. Technique, and you are well advised to play it out against him down a piece. I would predict this is going to be like a draw. White's running out of pawns. Very easy to trade off at least one more pawn. What happens when it comes down to rook and 2 bishops? Here's a great endgame. Rook and 2 bishops versus 2 bishops, rook and knight. How much does the knight matter there? So there goes another pawn. So you're down to your last pawn. Oh my god, he pushed. It's such a psycho thing to do, but typical of Redusa, to play g2. He's like Mr. All or Nothing. Now he's actually, yeah, it's still a draw, ironically. So after all that, he's going to play for flag. Now, Redusa against Ruslan. Man. That's a major mistake, king f5. I think. He should have played f3 check. Yeah, Ruslan could have played f3, man. He might still hang on. Now black has such a crushing space advantage, and both of his pawns on the right color. Ruslan's just not that good in endgames. Actually, neither of them are that good in endgames, but I think Ruslan has more likelihood of like choking here. Playing for flag. Yeah, this is like robbery, man. He just robbed him. He just took him in the back alley and mugged him for a full point. He was down a piece. Black should be lucky to draw. But I just want to see that position after G. If we can look at the position for a minute. When Black played G2. G2 check. White played this move King F1. And Black plays G2 check. I mean, I'm here trying to trade off the last pawns, and Redusa goes G2 check. I mean, it's crazy. You're down a knight, and you're lucky to draw, and you have a chance to trade off one of the last pawns. I mean, this is the engine's best move, but of course it doesn't think practically. G2 is like a practical move in terms of trying to play for a win, but I think it's kind of crazy and typical of his style. So he gets a kind of undeserved victory there. HGG, Sparkle Horse, Redusa, okay, Dinekis, happy pawn with the buy, Arsenal fan. And Fun Chess 97, now we've got more players. CGN and Zen Chess is late. Yeah, Zen Chess acting crazy lately. He donated a bunch of gift subs last week. He said he's gonna make a lot of money somehow. Manic, he's been very manic lately. I didn't see that, Arsenal fan. Bishop c4 trading off the bishop on d5. Yeah, and he's not that good in like time pressure. Although Ruslan plays fast in general, he doesn't use his time. He's not really that good in like blitz situations. HGG with the ratings. Look, HGG's, if your chess 960 rating is higher than your blitz rating, there's something wrong there. Okay. A chess 960 of 1819 means you're like 2000 plus, at least in blitz. So HGG has been sandbagging his normal ratings. Oftentimes a sign of someone who's not playing much. You know, maybe the drop in ratings. Let's see who's online. Move 11's here and not playing. Schieber Spiller's online, not playing. I haven't heard from him lately. Uber Driver is online. Uber Driver's online? He's not playing in our tournament? Dude. Now he's gone. Too much tilt. Poker tilt. I didn't see any poker players at Duna last night. Poker players. See, that's the kind of shit that I do. Chess players. There's some carryover, you know, usually. Sometimes I'll see some chess players there, but not last night. Tuesday's not a great night. Alright, for poker. It shouldn't be. Because think about it. If you want to win in poker, you want to beat, like, the weaker amateur players, you know, who have money. You're not going to get those guys too much on Tuesday night. You know, weekends are the best. People who actually have money to lose in poker are working. A lot of my poker friends don't understand this concept. So closed Sicilian from Dinekis. I don't know. Dinekis played so many games with me in like kind of offbeat types of open Sicilians. He's a very fast player, quick player. Doesn't use his time normally, but I would think like the closed Sicilian is a strange choice. I guess he's experimenting with something different. Closed Sicilian, Spassky, Nigel Short, strategic maneuvering, close positions. Need time. I think Dinekis is better with the open, honestly. You dropped down to 2080 blitz yesterday. Shows your competitive nature, that you know what your up-to-date blitz rating is, because I don't know what I am. Wait, he just like disappeared? This is weird. He just disappeared. He's no longer with us. He's left the building. Oh, this coffee's so good. I didn't drink any. I didn't drink any coffee last night. I did have one coffee at 7 o'clock, and then no more coffee. Coffee is life. I don't know. Dinekis just disappeared. So first I get no game the first round, and now I get 6 moves and he's disappeared. Like there's a package delivery or something. Hello, Greek package service. Can you please show me how to make the seagrass? I need to take the shears and make the seagrass. William, I lose by time again. I don't know, he's just gone. Poker last night was fun, but it was really random. My concentration is not great. I need to be better. I need to be better in concentration. Chess and poker. Chess is easier. You're like in a tournament or at the computer. In a poker room, you're like surrounded by all these distractions and stuff. I think it's a little bit harder to concentrate. Chess tournaments are more like a library, like being in the library. Okay, he just randomly used 2 minutes. Gotta watch the E5 type of stuff here. So I played Rook B8, so I think I'm going with B5. You know, in retrospect though, I didn't normally do this. You know, maybe I threw him off with Rook B8, in fact. I mean, Rook B8 isn't that common of a move here. It's more common to play either Knight F6, E5, or E6, probably. So maybe, I just can't believe he just stopped for like 2 minutes on that move. So this knight like recircles back here. I mean, maybe we had a game like this once. This is, I wouldn't call this like a, I wouldn't say this is a normal way for white to play. You know, Mr. Coffee, good to see you. It's so good to have our community, you know. Move 11 drops in, but he's like leaves after he subs. He just leaves. I'm tempted to play H5. I could kind of lock the king side with that. H5, G5, and just sit there. I mean, castles would be like a rational thing to do. You castle, you kind of castle into the attack. Castles, F4, F5. Dvoretsky rule, take away the opposite way. So G takes F, E takes F. Let's just try to play soundly. He didn't, so this is okay, reasonable. Now, I mean, maybe I should consider playing E5. E5, D5. We want to meet F4 with F5. Yeah, E5 is a bit weird, but what are you going to do? He's going to do that. He's going to lose material. And I'd much rather give up my knight for the rook than the bishop. You could have made me give up the bishop. You're literally getting blasted. Arsenal, are you in the tournament? You are. But you didn't play because you didn't have a game. Yeah, my concentration skills are good. Okay, I didn't sleep enough. Sleep is really important. Can't wait till Sindarov completely crushes Gukash. Mr. Coffee. Playing favorites. Mr. Coffee's very anti-Gukash. So f6. The problem is if I play bishop g7, I get ruined here. Dude did not hesitate on that capture. I don't know that Dinakis actually thinks about his moves. Not really. You just think the World Championship is kind of a joke anymore. Well, it is pretty random, you know. It is that. Nothing personal against Gukash. You saw, okay. He's locked in. Knight d4, knight f4. I'm locked in too. I asked like AI to do a search the other day, like whether FIDE's ever been sued for age discrimination. I'm just really more and more outraged by the whole like rating thing, but I just hate FIDE in general. That's my problem. Knight and f4 is such a good piece. You're not going anywhere. If you discount the bishop on h6, he's down a whole rook. CGN is back. Camel Culture, what's up? Guten Tag. The Zoomer Alpha lingo. I'm locked in. Boomer Zoomer. I don't know if I'm a boomer or a zoomer. But I like this position. Oh, that move. Wow, I missed that. Werner! Dude, come on. Enough is enough. Alright. This was kind of a painful game. Where's Trojan Roll Mops? So we got Sparkle Horse for Doosan. There he is! Trojan Roll Mops. Guten Tag! Move 11 subscribed, resubscribed for 106 months. Bet my caps on God. I got 2 caps on God. Busting caps on God. Oh my god, HGG is playing Arsenal fan. Oh no, HGG lost his queen. One thinks that HGG is a little rusty. Alright, we've got Sparkle Ardusa / Doosan, Arsenal fan, got a little mops to neck is Happy Pawn HGG. CGN, Fun Chess, Heroin is here. Welcome back, buddy. Camel Culture's in with a late half-point buy. Zen Chess never showed up. Zen Chess challenged me to bet you $100. I normally don't take your tournament seriously. I'll bet you $100 I win. I'll bet you $100 you don't because you forfeited the first game already. Roll Mops playing on phone cannot do Twitch and play at the same time. Oh no. Troll Mops. Trolling the Roll Mops. Yeah, Bob's Ghost is still boss. Trolling the Roll Mops. Trolling the Roll Mops, if you donate, you could take out Bob, the ghost of Bob, and become a stream boss again. Trolling the Roll probably got like... Trolling the Roll hasn't been here for like years, right? It's been like 2 years. I think he probably got drafted into the Russian army. Didn't he like live in Siberia or something? Probably. Guys, Hungarian election on Sunday. Alright. So it's like, just pray, you know. We got how many? 15 players total. One game ongoing. It's Fun Chess or Yurun versus Fun Chess. Yurun is just collecting pawns here. It's over. Fun Chess 9-7. Yurun playing for the maiden one. Black sees it. Defending. 3 connectors. What's that? Oh, Mr. Coffee, I had a weird question for you. You've never heard of Taylor's pork rolls, have you? Taylor's pork roll. It just came back to me the other day when I was eating some like salami. There was this meat product from where I grew up. I wasn't sure if they went out to Pennsylvania, but they're like, it's basically like frozen salami slice. It's like frozen salami slices that I used to like heat up, make like sandwiches with and stuff. But it's really weird now that I live in like Eastern Europe, because I realized it was just all kind of a scam, you know. I mean, that's just a salami, you know. I mean, you're just selling like frozen slices of salami in a box. It's a scam, like. All right, they're like thick slices of frozen salami in a box. There was like a big treat when I was oh, let's have some Taylor's pork roll. Dude, it's frozen salami in a box. They're made in Trenton, New Jersey. Alright, let's go. But is it funny how like weird stuff pops in your head? Is Arsenal still playing? No, we're done. Alright. You're broke, you're done. The rules of Lou Krieger poker. Rip Lou Krieger. So, yeah, what's up with Hikaru's haircut in that blog photo there? I thought I had a bad haircut. Dude, I got a guy at poker. He said he doesn't like my new haircut. What the heck, man? Who says that to people? I was like, no, he's like, no, the old way is better. Like, fuck. That's awkward. You just go up to someone and like, I don't like your new haircut. Do you say that to other guys? That's weird. I mean, I don't know. I don't like Caruana's mustache either. He's going for the Timothy Chalamet look or whatever. Shave it? Nah, I can't. Can't do that. John Fedorovich looks like Uncle Fester. Serious Uncle Fester vibes. Alright, let's see. Play, puzzles. So what do you say to someone when they tell you they don't like your new haircut? It was awkward. I was just like, okay, well, I appreciate the input, you know, but my Hungarian isn't that good. So I'm playing Dusan the Great. So, like, I can speak and communicate in Hungarian fine, but if it's like a complex thought, I have a hard time expressing it, you know. So, like, explaining that is hard for me in Hungarian. Like, oh, I appreciate your gesture. I don't know how to say, like, I appreciate your gesture. Thanks for expressing your opinion or something like that. Yeah. Dude, if you don't like someone's haircut, you don't, like, go up to them and tell them you don't like it. You know, it's like, it's weird. Maybe, like, talk about it to a friend or something. Like, Hikaru's haircut looks really stupid. But you don't go up to Hikaru and tell him, like, your haircut sucks, dude. Change it back the way it was. I couldn't do the ponytail anymore. It was, just wasn't working for me. I don't want to look like Uncle Fester. Boss mate. That's right. The universal answer. It's like, fuck you. I was so, you know, when you're so surprised that someone says something to you, and he said it all, like, sincerely, I just didn't know how to respond. I was kind of like, okay, well, I'll take that under you know, consideration for the next time I get a haircut, and I'll ask you first. Yeah, HEG just goes with a universal insult, which is probably the default setting. He's right. What most people would say. Yeah, this guy Jolt, he's a very kind of primitive. He's a nice guy, but kind of primitive guy. I was surprised he commented on my hair, because he's like not the kind of person you like would think would be like really even thinking about that kind of thing. You know, it was kind of random. This is risky. You tempted me into going for it here. I never played Bishop E2 against the Schlechter Slav. I always thought it was kind of weak, you know. Do they do mom jokes in Hungary? Well, don't ever say, like, mom jokes to, like, a gypsy. Let's just put it that way. Alright. My favorite mom joke now is, like, I subscribe to your mom's OnlyFans. Alright. I'm trying to make knight g5 work. That's real, it's not a joke. I know, right? That's what makes it hurt so much. There's a lot of truth in the jokes, right? Most jokes contain a lot of truth. So Dusan he's getting positional on us. But I think, like, the key to try to bust this, you know, set up there, just like my opinion, would be he wants to try to play c5. I think you can probably play it, like, directly, because I'm so off balance with knight g5. The c5 is probably like the Grunfeld strike you should try there. what he's doing is okay. It's like a more passive kind of safe approach. I'm a little bit better here. It's not much. I guess we're in a play a exchange Slav where I do have some weaknesses, but so Dusan. Okay, I'm done. Two chess oriented mom joke there. Positional. I prefer strategic. Yeah, enough mom jokes. Don't get Arsenal fans started. You're going to get him banned again. He just got back to the stream. He just got out of stream jail, like literally. I'd like to stop knight c6. Can I stop it? Should I stop it? Queen b5, a6, queen b3. Queen b5, that's a really strong developmental move. Your mom? See, Arsenal fan has a whole range of these things. He has, yeah, not a good joke with acerbate missing. We should do like a poly market on whether acerbate will come back or not. I'm starting to get ads from poly market. But this has gone too far where like people are betting about like strikes, military strikes and stuff. Come on. This shit has got to be reined in. Pete Hegseth made all kinds of money, probably his broker. Start having bets on everything. Trump will be like a trillionaire. Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude, somebody said they had like a AI, you know, bot that could make like unlimited bets on Polymarket, and it made like hundreds of thousands of little bets and made like, it turned like, I don't know, like $1 into like $1 million or something. But it made like more bets than a human could like, you know, possibly even place, you know, like it was making hundreds of thousands of bets or something. Going with the full Yusupov. Yusuf Bernstein Osipov. Osipov the Osipus. Osipovsky. Dude's annoying, you know. He's being really annoying. How did you get so positional? And fast. Yeah, I got to admit the poly market's kind of tempting, but that talk about like gambling addiction. Jeez. Poker's bad enough. I'm glad I don't have like a stock trading account or something. Sludgy day trader. What the hell is going on here? Well, no, I mean, chess is my big love. What can I say? You have to choose chess. I've been playing, technically learned to play poker when I was younger, but chess is the big love. I mean, when it comes down to how much time you put into something, hours logged in the game, I have more hours logged playing chess than poker. Couldn't even start playing poker seriously until I was obviously adult, but even that, in that sense, I started late because the poker boom didn't start till 2000, after 2000, and I was already like 20. Oh fuck. Poker boom didn't start till I was like, almost 30. So this guy just keeps coming up with amazing moves. I like my knights on b5 and a7. He's a lover, not a killer. Man, yeah, I mean, that guy was too strong for me. You even text in German with a German accent. That guy. He sounds like the guy from, do you guys remember Get Smart? Anyone? Mr. Coffee? There's the German agent. Oh, what's his name? That guy. There was a German agent who played many episodes in that show. Felix? No. He has some weird name. Siegfried. Yes, of course. Good job. Siegfried. Siegfried. That's a classic name. Zsigmond. Actually, that's a Hungarian name. Well, it's an everything name, I guess. Sigmund Freud. I'm going to blunder eventually. It's just a matter of time. Unfreaking believable. Flag exchange dream position. No way. He just let me execute. Execute! He's fast, but no ideas there in that game. If we go back to the game, I just want to show you guys the position. When I went knight g5, this has actually been played. Oh my gosh, okay. So bishop f5 is normal move. He goes bishop c8. Yeah, no one here played f4. Yusupov is there. Nihal Sarin beat Banus. Not easy to do. Banus is very solid. Dreyev drew with black, Hort, Yusupov. So no one played f4 here. I know that this is a risky move, but I also think it's probably okay. Fuck. Number one, number two move. Yeah, I mean, queen b3 is for chickens. So F4 is actually the engine's number 2 move. Theoretical novelty, but I think that C5 would be the idea for black. Wow. So it doesn't fly. I guess we got stuff here. The 4. Gobble Tormops. How many times I told you to draw the 4 on the board? Alright. C5 doesn't fly. Alright guys, anyway. Big important theoretical novelty by Saji today. So we got 3 points. Arsenal fan is in second. Look out. Sorry I didn't get to follow any other games there. These are pretty quick. 5 plus 3. It's 7 rounds. Here's buzzing for rectum. That's good, man. That's good. And it feels good, too. Brings back memories of the proctologist. Field of 4. Arsenal fan, Dinekis with 2 points. Oh my god. Camel Culture, just 1.5. He's obviously started late. HEG with 1.5. Jeroen, where did you go? Jeroen beat Fun Chess and he left us. CGM with 1.5. Troll Mops. Troll Models. Wow, Troll Models had a bad Sicilian. What happened there? He got arsenaled. Oh no. It looks like a bad Sicilian. You think you're due black? I don't know. I'm the player who gets their due color. The engine. The Lichess FIDE rating program could come up with all kinds of weird shit, but the higher rated player or the higher point group player should get their due color. So I got black. Yeah, that's the way it should be. You're allowed to get two in a row. Exactly. So what do we want to do? Just for friends. Just for friends. I feel like playing the French. Arsenal's so good at like attacking in open positions and stuff. I don't know how to play the French, but obviously it's all relative. I have played the French in Blitz and a handful of tournament games, but I've played pretty much every other opening against Arsenal fan. Okay, we probably had this once. Well, I feel like there was a game not too long ago against somebody. Was it you? Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about the theory here beyond like move 6 or something. Uber Driver played this as well. I think I had it with white against Uber Driver. Knight F3 was you know, kind of a modern, seems like a modern trend to play Knight F3. So you take on D5. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. So that's the drawback with playing C takes D. But okay, we can't avoid this, essentially. Yeah, I don't know. The big trend is to play, you know, Queen D7, but I don't really understand that. That's too weird. Too weird for me. There's also Queen C5. I think I saw that somewhere. People are playing Queen C5. Like, that has to be good, right? So, okay. Kai. Well, I don't know if it matters. Maybe I don't want to put my knight on C6. I'm out of book, officially. Or unofficially. Okay, we can't spend time on this like it's a freaking rapid game. I have to play quicker. Quickly. Whatever, I mean, it'll just transpose. This should transpose. I feel like I had this position with white this week. strangely enough, I think. Then bishop c5, bishop e3. No. My opponent played bishop e7, which felt very passive. I mean, this is probably like main line, right? But I have to be very careful of the e file. We don't have a lot of extra time. A6 is a time eater. My opponent played like bishop e7, but it felt very passive to me. Although they got I think it was a computer. It was an offhand game on the phone. And I had a feeling I was playing an engine that just was a bad operator. So he played with the engine till it like got to a position where he was low on time. And then he like started inputting moves on his own and lost. Queen e2 looks normal. Do I have to play a6? This knight b5, it's very annoying. You know, you've got sacrifices on e6. Hey, you have a club or some kind of blunt instrument handy, Arsenal fan? I just want to know. Clubbing seal clubbers with LeBron James. LeBron. Arsenal fan is clubbing seal clubbers with LeBron James. So what's the point? I love h3. Okay, we love h3 here. It defends the h2 pawn. It's true. It's not the scariest move to face from black perspective. Now you've piled up on e6. Now you have 4 attackers against e6. So a sacrifice is imminent. Castle queenside. Always a safe way to go here. But I could wait a moment. Castle queenside on the next move. But you've got knight f5, so now or never. Can I play bishop e7? No. Can I play bishop c5, knight f5? Bishop c5, knight f5. Bishop c5, knight e6, pawn e6, bishop e6. Bishop c5, knight f5, castles. Okay, I'm going to find out what happens after this. Bishop takes e6. Bishop e6. Pawn e6, knight e6, bishop e6. Queen e6, check. Queen e7. That's convenient. Alright. Okay. Look, I'm peaceful, you're peaceful. You don't want to hurt me, I'm not going to hurt you, okay? We're all friends here. Just a friendly game. Nobody makes a move, nobody gets hurt. Alright? Just put down the chalupa and we're all going to be friends, okay? Nothing crazy. This has got to be a bad move, right? Just a question of how bad. I have a plan. Rook D1. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Bishop G5. So I missed it. That was the point. I fucking missed it. But if we don't panic, right? It's important not to panic. Just don't panic. Gotta love Bishop C8. That was my plan all along, obviously. I'm like George Meyer. Rook D8 had to be a mistake. But it maybe has a point. Arsenal's going to be like buzzing in the anus. Sladgy's anus was buzzing when he played Bishop C8. Paging Dr. Proctor. I know I've played the white side of these positions, so I can look at the board and kind of feel like I have a good feel for what I would do if I was him, which is always helpful, you know. King G7? No, not happening. That's not happening. Well, your bishop's hanging. Okay. Yeah, why is Hans not in the candidates? You know how you go to a restaurant and you get one of those pagers? And you're waiting for your table? Our pager's going off. Bishop D3 was an original idea. Okay. Everything is under control. Rook G6? No. Queen F4. This is the safer option. How's my bishop doing? Wow. So I don't have a rook sacrifice. Well, I have it, but it doesn't work. Or it does work. Oh, it does work. Oof. Wow. Sladgy. Good game. Perfect. 2 inaccuracies. Come on. I made an inaccuracy at move. Yeah, rook A D8. And then F5 was an inaccuracy. 95% accuracy only. Yeah, what was a mistake by you? Oddly, rook D1, which looks like a good move. I can't believe I'm better here. I suspect H3. Yeah, H3 is not good. It's too slow. Playing white in these positions, it's like I felt like I have the tiniest edge. You can't really afford to make any mistakes. So bishop g5, well, knight f5. So it looks like my line is actually kind of risky. a6 is the main move. So maybe my queen c7 is like dubious. It looks like queen c7 is kind of a weird move order by me. Knight d4, knight d4. Most people play a6 right away. There's bishop c5. So this is interesting. I don't know it very well, you know. I played white. You have a slight edge, which I would expect. Queen c7 looks okay. Queen e2 looks okay. a6 looks okay. So h3 is too slow, but I mean, how bad can it be? You're still equal. And now my move bishop d7 is a novelty. They generally go bishop c5 first. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play bishop c5 first. I mean, knight f5 doesn't seem to do anything, you know. I should probably play bishop c5 first. Okay, anyway, more questions than answers, Arsenal fan. I'm lucky you didn't have anything, because I didn't really feel like I knew what I was doing. Camel Culture roll mops. Oh my god, man. What? What? Camel Culture not taking chances here with pawn takes pawn. He's like slow rolling. Camel Culture with a slow roll. Make a bishop. Make two rooks. That was a nice slow roll. He played for the spectators. It was close. Yeah, bishop e3 looks standard too. Yeah, I don't know. I thought rook d1 was right. Good fight, Gabble Troll Mops. Guys, summer tournament fund, 241. So I can get as far as like Serbia. Maybe. If I can pay my visa. We have 9 viewers, dude. I need somebody to make some bots to watch my stream. Alright. Why do we have 9 viewers? The candidates is still on? Ugh. Stupid candidates, get over already. Alright, so we're 4-0. Dinekis has 2.5. Reduce has 2.5. Yeah, Camel Culture is just lower ranked because Lichess does the stupid thing where they don't rank the players according to rating. They rank them according to tiebreak, which is never done in real life. In real chess tournaments, players on the cross table are never ranked by tie breaks. That's only for determining the final prizes. So this is just a typical like noob thing that because, you know, people that program this site don't really know how to play chess. They do stuff like this. The Swiss is an afterthought. They hate Swisses, but Camel Culture, poor Camel Culture, even though he's the highest rated player in his point group, is ranked number 6. I don't like your Buchholz there, Camel Culture, because you took a late buy-in. Zen Chess, I take your bet. $100, yes. All right. Eventually, I'm going to get paired with Camel Culture. Maybe right now. But actually, you know, it does weird shit. So because it's calculating the pairings based on tie breaks, I wonder if it's going to pair based on tie breaks. Therefore, it's like it thinks that Dinekis is like the highest ranked. Anyway, I've already played him. I've already played those 3. Could it possibly pair me with CGN, even though he's 1700 and Camel Culture's 2375? That'd be really fucked up. That's like the most illegal pairing of all time. I would like call a lawyer if I was in a tournament and someone paired me against CGN instead of Camel Culture here. I'd be on the line with Jennifer Shahadi's legal team to discuss the pairings. If I was Camel Culture and Sparkle Horse got paired with CGN in round 5, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to pair the 1700 because he has the 1700 will go up because he has the higher Buchholz points. So yeah, we're gonna have to make that pairing. I'm sorry, it's a forced pairing. CGN against Sparkle Horse. No. 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 What do we do? What do you do? English. Playing mind games. Did I do this against you before? I don't remember. I can't remember anything. I played how many games? We've played, none of these are, well, not a lot of the games are recent. We have like 37 games. Okay. 37, 47. I'm good at math too. Are you good at math? Hello? Hi. My friend said you're a professional chess player. No, Monopoly. No, I just do chess on the side. Mostly I play Monopoly for money. Yeah, I learned from Donald Trump. Alright. You didn't play the Julian Song variation, Bishop c5, against me. I lost so many stupid games to people, and especially on the white side of the English. I also realized, how I became so low rated. Basically, in the last like 8 years, I lost like 80 rating points, and then looking back on it the other day, I looked at like my FIDE profile, and started thinking about how I lost these rating points. But a lot of it was recently, like a chunk of it, like half of it, was in the last like 2 years, 3 years. Really stupid. The first chunk was more gradual, but then another chunk, I lost like 40 points, then another 40 points. Until 2017, I was like 2380. And, I mean, who cares at the end of the day? Honestly, what does it matter if I'm 2399 or 2301? I mean, who cares? Rookie 8, this is a, you're playing the reversed Muhammad al-Mariaki system. I remember having blitz games with al-Mariaki on ICC, playing the Dragon, where he would play the stuff with... Who else would play this? Other people. Safe. I guess I could have... Yeah, you could play d4. But objectively, d4... I don't want to go d4 here. Hello? The old knight a4 e4 trick. Knight a4 e4, knight e1. Well, whatever. This is normal, right? Could possibly go wrong if you play f5 here. The English doesn't really promise white an advantage, but I've lost so many stupid games. I think this is actually a decent move. Looking at all my losses with the English is like retarded. The way I lost to Julian Song, I lost to, I don't know how many games with the English. Medonka, who's like almost 2,700 now. Another really stupid game. I lose the stupidest games with white, It's unbelievable. How do I lose these games? How can I lose to Julian Song on the white side of English? Time use was horrible. What was my time use about in these games? Holy time use, Batman. If you look at my game with Mendonca, if you look at my game with Julian Song, all of these games, I'm like using all this time. it's like wasting my time, you know? The English is equal, but white shouldn't, like, lose if you play a safe. I always thought of it as safe. It is basically safe. So bishop e6, what's that about? Good move, mistake? I'm not sure. It's like playing Botvinnik. Oh no, you took with the knight. Okay, you had to take with the knight, of course. Okay, now what do I do? Yeah. Well, okay, the big question would be, right? I guess rook e1. It's equal. Nobody gonna hurt anybody. The English is like hopeless. This is one of the problems. You can't get an advantage in this main line. There's another move for white that's interesting. Maybe d4. Can I play d4 on move 5? I've looked at that. I don't think it's great, though. This is one of the most heavily studied lines in the English. But this particular line that I played, objectively, it's not that great. Like, d3 is only equal. Most people play, like, a3. There's also e3. This is interesting. I saw Arkle doing that a few years ago in some IM tournament here. He just goes, like, e3. Instead of d3, e3. It's an idea with black in the dragon. What's up? c6 is this isn't the position. This is the position? Really? You played c6? Now that's a mature move. So what am I supposed to do? You're going to play like a5? e4 takes, bishop takes, knight takes, rook takes, pawn takes. Slightly better for black. Not interested. Oh man. I'm sorry for the boring game. Yeah. There's nothing for white. There's like what, Korchnoi? Play queen a4, something. Queen b6. Queen b6. Safe. What's my plan? a3, no. Queen b3. It's terrible. Okay, his pawn on d4 is a little weak. If he trades, you got to do that. Well, that changes everything. The b4 is very double-edged. Not sure I want to do that. b4 is too double-edged. Bishop's bad. Yeah, this is sharp. What am I going to do, though? Knight takes, bishop takes. He's big on... He's bigly... He's big on bishops. I don't think this is right. I had this stupid ghost bishop. Both our bishops are bad. Wait, knight takes d4 is a blunder that loses material. Didn't he beat me with bishop versus knight recently in another game? God damn it. Pawn structure health meter. How's your pawn structure health meter? Oh, that's your plan. Great. I totally saw that. Okay. Can I make more stupid moves? Is it even possible? Wow. I'm just gonna lose. Rook c2. He's been crushing me lately. This is going to be like the third win in recent history. Zygmunt. Wow. What? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're totally winning like the whole thing, but you're supposed to be faster. Oh. Yeah, well played. You were winning, I mean, obviously. Not at the end, maybe. I don't know about this end game. 3 against 2, but until I get the A pawn, you're probably winning. I feel bad. Wasn't a good game. I played very badly, and then the critical moment is when we get queen b6, queen b3, and you trade and play c5. And now I think I'm just worse. And the point is, like, I don't think I can pull this b4 off. And if I can't pull b4 off, I'm worse. And I'm just going to have to, like, suffer. And I didn't want to suffer, so I tried to play b4, but it's probably just too much. Your queenside pawns are too strong. You know, I just hoped. King f1 instead of b4. Oh. Idea bishop e1. Okay, that's something that, ironically, one of our other viewers, Roll Mops, thanks for the games, $5. Damaging the Ghost of Bob Sacamano. That's funny that Yabatis, or yeah, Yabatis showed me a game he played in English. It's like Steinitzian, Arsenal fan. Classic. Bishop e1 with the idea of knight d2. You have to dig deep to find that. I didn't have the patience. b4 is... I'm just like lost, dude. But if I don't get it in, I have no counterplay. Look at my pieces. White has chances to draw, but I mean, I shouldn't play queen b3. I shouldn't play queen b3. It's like white is slightly worse, but it should probably be close to equal. But the whole opening is a bust. It's just nothing. I have to stop playing that line with white, or else the main line reverse dragon. It's nothing for white. You know, they all play a3 and stuff, but objectively there's no way for white to get an advantage. The key is to not be worse, and then you can hopefully outplay your opponent. Maybe better just not to play the English and play a real opening. Yeah, I'm lucky not to lose. Very lucky not to lose. So, okay, enough French. This player likes kind of crazy games, but let's play Secret Variation. Oh, he's not at all phased. My opponent is not even slightly phased by this. Like, he plays this every day, dude. Everybody plays the Knight of 6 Scandinavia against him. He just rattles off the top line for white instantly. A 1700. Now he makes slight inaccuracy. Okay, that's important. Bishop e2 is not the best line for white. That's a key moment. Not all moves are created equal. Now we have a question. No, but bishop f3. Bishop f3, knight a5. Bishop b6. Pawn b6. How's my knight not trapped? I can never remember. Obviously I can play takes, knight e5. Takes. In collaboration with Lichess. What's that about? Bishop takes e5. Sorry, bishop takes f3. Bishop takes f3. Knight e5? Oh, I remember now. How does that work? Of course. The trickster. What do you do now? b3. So if knight a5, bishop takes b6, and my knight is like stuck on the side of the board, I don't know if that's okay. This is different. You know, I don't have a knight stuck on a5. So we're okay. No problem. Black's maybe even better. Maybe I'm being too optimistic to say that black is better. This player seems to be much improved, though, if you look at their score against me. 2-13. I reserve playing this Scandinavian Knight f6 now to very rare occurrences. It's so bad that you have to keep it as a total surprise. Queen e2. Opposite colored bishops, we like black. White is slightly overextended. Some almost similarity to the game with camel culture. My opponent having this like space advantage with the central pawn, but a different scenario really. White has given up their like good bishop here. The pawn's just hanging, and this is, oh fuck! I just hung a piece. Oh my god! I had a crazy hallucination. That's so weird. It's my ADD, I'm telling you guys. The ADD. I saw it was defended, then I got distracted, and I like had this weird idea that it wasn't defended. It was a mental brain fart. No, it wasn't a mouse slip. I simply forgot it was defended. The whole point you played Queen e2 was defend the pawn. Yeah. Not a mouse slip. A mental mouse slip. I forgot it was defended. It's fine. It happens. I did some weird stuff yesterday. When you're tired, you make strange mistakes. That's alright. We'll figure it out. Hung a piece. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought you would do. But he doesn't use enough time. Like this player, what to tell you guys about time use. Oh, that would be a bad move. We are down a piece, but we have 2 pawns for it and a solid structure. So maybe not so simple. By the way, how is my opponent's score in this tournament? He's in 2nd place. He beat Fun Chess. He hasn't really... He faced Arsenal. He faced HGG. Wait. I don't understand. Did you play Arsenal? You didn't play Arsenal. You lost against Dinekis. You had a bye. You drew HGG, and you beat Fun Chess, and you beat Redusa. Wow. That's a huge upset last round. What's the idea here? Wow, he sacked a piece. I can probably draw. Should be a draw. Which is really lucky after that, dropping a whole piece. You know, but maybe I'm better in a way because my kingside majority is very serious here. Not going to take a draw yet. Need to see what you're going to do. Check. Takes. I mean, I'm not really at risk of losing. Check. A queen up, a queen up. I'm up a pawn. I'm up a pawn and a queen ending. We like it. All right. So, whoa. Oh man, the winning king and pawning game. I don't know, even king h4 there might be interesting. Feels bad. Sleazy win. Alright. Sometimes you just have to do the sleazy thing. I'm sorry. Arsenal fan against Camoculture. Big matchup. Wow. 2 pieces for the rook and 2 pawns. No, 2 pieces. Oh my god. 2 pieces for rook and 3? No, rook and 2 pawns. It's perfect material symbiosis. Camoculture to play. Did Camoculture? He didn't have rook g4. Okay, because that was covered. Zenchess is not going to win this tournament. Thank God I already played these guys. That's a strong pass pawn, so Camel needs something here. What the heck? What the heck? What? What is going on? What What? So it didn't work? You couldn't take? Oh my god. Queen d6. What's happening? The pawn on the 7th is just devastatingly strong. Oh man, Camel Culture has a crushing score against Arsenal fan. That's shocking. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 to 1.5. Ouch. He's a higher rated player, but that's a very devastating score. But Arsenal's better. He got him with a nasty, nasty trick there. Alright, Arsenal no longer 11.5, 1.5. Good win, man. What was that? It was exchange. Oh, the exchange. Exchange Slav with Bishop G5. So Camel Culture is some kind of weird novelty A3 here. The yeah, I've seen this variation. I did a game on it once. But Queen B6 is not typical. This has been around for a while. Try to remember like the original game I saw. I don't think it's in here. There was one particular game I really liked. For some reason it's not here. Why? Something won by white. I don't see the game there. White has very few wins at the top level. Weird. But it's not a bad line, Camel Culture, to play. I think it takes the Slav players out of their normal book. Though I don't know, Arsenal plays whatever. I wouldn't label him a Slav player. This has not been my best tournament, but somehow we're winning. All I need is a draw in the last round. Camel Culture started late, and Arsenal fans now in second, convincingly in second place, after my sleazy win from down a piece. Oh, he played English? Okay. C4, C6. I mean, you know, if he wants to be interesting, he can play E4. C4, C6, E4 is the most interesting for white. C4, C6, E4, E5, you know, knight F3. Slagi versus Hikaru. Yeah, it's not exactly a Panov, but it's, well, obviously that's an option too. You can transpose to the Panov. Okay, that's a very likely. I mean, that's the main, yeah. People play E5, but D5 is, yeah, more the main idea. Yeah, right, he can't play it unless he plays the Panov. I play the Panov, and I play the English. Not everyone does, you know, so. Not everyone who plays that can play E4. You know, maybe that doesn't fit Camel Culture's repertoire. Ruslan Bear with last game. Can I berserk? 7th round. 91 to 16. So I saved a lost position. I've been lost in both my last two games. We got a draw and a win from lost positions so far. Yeah. At my team match last time, my teammate, a teenager, played the Fromm's Gambit. I just thought it was a bad choice. Don't play the Fromm's Gambit. I mean, unless it really fits your repertoire. The guy that played the Fromm's Gambit plays the London and the Caro-Kann. If you play the London with white and the Caro-Kann with black, you should not be playing the Fram's Gambit against the birds, okay? That does not make sense. The kid, like, struggled, got a bad position, and then somehow, you know, got a draw, but he, like, did it to himself, you know. Why play the Fram's Gambit if you don't really know it? I mean, it's not like, it's just great for black. The Fram's Gambit is, it's okay, but it's not like the refutation of the birds. You play the London and the Caro-Kann, and you're gonna play the black side of the King's Gambit, or what? Like, so anyway, I think that some people have this weird fantasy that the Fram's Gambit is like horrible for white. It's fine for white. It's just another opening. It's perfectly sound. This knight doesn't seem right here. What's up with that? That's not right. But if I play d5, you can play e4, and then I feel sort of stupid. I mean, I guess I can allow it. Knight b3, come on. Ruslan Bear, how can you play that? That's terrible. That's an awful haircut. A truly awful move. See, that's why we don't, Jeroen can tell you, that's why we don't play knight d7 or knight d2 in the Dutch. This knight is not happy. He's quite unhappy, actually. But time is of the essence. Right. Exactly. Okay, fine. It's the weirdest. There it is. Kabloom. Kablooms. Oh no, I blundered again. Doubloom. I'm blundering again. Knight d4, knight d4. How many doubloons? I can't believe I just hung my knight last game with knight takes c4. That's like when I kept batting out of turn yesterday in poker. 3 times in a period of like an hour, I'm on the button, and the guy to my left is first to act, and I'm like betting before he can bet. What? How do I do that? Like 3 times? It's like hanging a piece. You're like having a total hallucination that it's your turn. It's like moving. It's like making your move when it's your opponent's turn in chess. Why would I do that 3 times? Bro. It's a strong knight on d4, right? Man, that is a horrible, delicious, horrible knight, horrible pawn. Go. I don't know what I'm saying. Horrible. It's just a matter of time till e5 happens, and someone's going to get hurt. Why wait when we can play it now? Take with the king. The Nicksands Dutch course. Sneak hands. What is going on here, man? I think Ruslan Bear has seen better days. He's not aging well in this position. One gets the feeling that 1 vodka, 2 vodka, 3 vodka, 4. He plays better in the beginning, but his expiration date is long past. By round 7 of this tournament, he's like on His second bottle. Not good. He makes me look like I'm healthy. He's down how much material here? Oh, okay. That was a mouse slip. He's on the 4th bottle of vodka now. I'm going to pre-move. Which way? Here or here? Okay. That was anticlimactic. Never played the Dutch. The Dutch? Oh, yeah, Brian. You played the black side of a Catalan, but it became a Dutch. You like the Dutch. Pigusav. I'm playing like Pigusav. So how do we only have one game where this position was ever reached? But yeah, nobody plays knight on BD2. You can't do that, you know. Like, make a normal move. Bishop G2. Bishop G2, D6, castles. There's a couple games. This is normal. Now you're playing a big clamp. It's totally okay. Rob Hartog, Dutch master. Platon Galperin. Isn't this some young star? Like a Russian prodigy? Platon Platonov. So, alright guys. Anyway, that was not a very good game. So we got Redusa playing Camel Culture. Oh no! The king walk! Camel Culture sacked everything. For macho mating attack. He sacked everything. The king walk. Emery Tate. Mate with the 2 pieces in the middle of the board. I think Camel Culture is black though. That's the problem. Okay. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Ruh-roh. The problem is it's a double threat. Oh no, ruh-roh. How did this happen? You played the Dutch? Okay, this is all standard. You know, you're not supposed to play Bishop D6, are you? Curto and I had some games. I was white. Aren't you supposed to play like Bishop E6 first? Actually, C6 is wrong, isn't it? Okay, I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, traditionally we don't do C6. Anyway. Oh, this isn't going to be pretty. Ruh-roh. He chooses that way. Did you always mate with the lowest form of life? There's no B3 though. So what would I do? Well, rook takes e5 is mate in 1. Rook a5 is mate in 1. So you have 2 mate in 1s here. So he's definitely not using an engine. Because he chose to play queen c6 check. This is materialistic. Yeah, c6 is playable. Yeah, I'm curious. Well, everything's playable, right? But I think with the Dutch, like, you can't afford to make any inaccuracies. This is one of the better anti-Dutch lines for white, traditionally. Normally the plan is knight c6, sometimes a6, but knight c6, right? And then the knight can come back here to like e7 and go back to c8 and d6, or it can go to e5. There's like a fork trick in some lines where the queen's on f3 and the bishop's on d3. So I feel like the knight c6 is normal. There's also like bishop b5 though. So let's see. Yeah, so bishop e6 is the main move. c6 is the second most common move, although it has a kind of bad score. And knight c6 is possible. been rarely played. c6 is okay. Bishop d3, bishop d6. So this is interesting. Bishop d3, bishop d6, queen f3, g6. I guess this is like an older version. And now h4. Yeah, but h4, you're supposed to play h3 and g4. I had this game probably before. I don't remember. I had a game with Kun Gabor back in like the early 2005, 2006. Yeah, and also there's knight e2. I guess normally you do knight on e2 first, most commonly. But h3 and g4 usually they say. So yeah, h4 allows black to play h5. This is a mistake. You want him to go. I had a game with Kun Gabor that was like, I don't know, h5, g4. That doesn't make sense. Well, you can't do that. After h5, you can just play. Actually, what happens after h5? g4 is strong. Oh yeah, this is okay. Yeah, it's bad. So h3 is better. h3 is much better. Larry against Dimitri, 1986 U.S. Championship. This is, yeah, it's not really good for black, I would think. You're supposed to play h3. He plays h4, which is not great. Lev Albert, 1987. Yeah, h5 looks good. There's no way to break black's position. You got no pawn breaks. So I had a game with Redusa in this. Now I remember, I was black. I did play the Dutch against you, and you had a game like this. We had a game like this. Something similar. Let's see. Actually, player. Sparkle Horse says black. No. No, but I wouldn't play his method. Yeah, I wouldn't have played like that. Ironically, I have this with white. I played knight on GDE2 in all 3 games. Yeah, normally we play that first. How did this happen? He put his king on f7. It's okay. And how the heck did white like sack a piece? Oh, you get in c4? That's it, man. All business. He stops everything. Everything's fine. Everything was fine. But there are sacrifices on f5 and h5, obviously. Now Camel Culture played the fancy move Queen f8, but it looks pretty good, actually. You can play a lot of things. Queen f8. And now you sacked a piece. He sacked a piece unsoundly. And so what? What's the difference between bishop f5 and pawn f5? Gf5, queen g6 check, king e7. And what's the point? What's the point? Like black has bishop f7 or something? Bishop takes f5. I just didn't know why it's so much better, but I guess you could play like that. Camel Culture's like just up a piece for 2 pawns. But even the way he played it is okay. It was okay till it wasn't. Wow. e4. Hey, does Reducer remind anyone a little bit of Schumacher? This is just total scam. e4 bang. You could have played bishop takes f4 check, but Camel's like, whatever. And now d5 check. So he's turned off his, like, damn. After d5 check, he turned off his danger. Sense of danger. C takes d5. Rook takes d5. And now king takes d5 is fine. But I mean, what happens on king takes d5, queen f5 check, king c6, queen e4 check, whatever? You just like let down your sense of danger. You kind of did whatever. You're still winning. You're still winning until bishop e5. Oh my god. It's unbelievable, though. After this, it's a draw. And here, you have to go back and allow perpetual. And you just committed suicide. He just has to go back, and it's a draw. There's nothing else. Redusa hates draws, but, I mean, honestly, what's he going to do? He has to take the draw here. He has to take a draw. He probably would have lost. It's a draw. No, it's a draw. It's a perpetual. Because if king c6... Okay, he has to find the right move. Rook d7 doesn't work. Because of bishop c7. He has to find queen d5 check. This isn't so easy. And then you just agree to a draw. It's a stupid way to lose, but now, you know, you should have obviously gone back. This was a bad idea. So even now he has queen d6 saving the game. That's not easy, though. This would be very complicated. Obviously. Yeah. b4 is the uh-oh. Check here. And I incorrectly stated that it was mate in 1. This is where I thought it was mate in 1. I said rook takes d5 is mate in 1. Well, it's not mate in 1, it's mate in 2. And rook a5 is also mate in 2. And queen c6 is also mate in 2. In fact, that is the engine number 1 move. Queen c6. Queen c5. Anyway, sorry to highlight that game, but I was just curious how it happened. So I very deservingly won the tournament. All of us need to play better. I played very sloppy last half of the tournament, so I won, but not impressed with my play. Arsenal fan, good job. You got to 5.5. Redusa gets 3rd place with 4.5. CGN, surging and merging. Camel Culture, not winning the tournament this week. You checked out after a slow start. Dinekis, Ruslambert, Miralis was here. Wow, I did not know. Miralis stopped by for 2 games in the middle. Praying Mantis, Happy Pawn, Happy Feet. Guys, we're going to be back on tomorrow night, so please submit your games for Thursday night analysis stream. And Camel Culture, we're going to need to see some more. Chicago, what's Chicago? Colorado, yeah. I'm okay. More Colorado, I mean Chicago Championship. More Colorado closed. No, I don't know. If you've got a good game, send it to us. Or we can analyze other stuff. Whatever you guys want to send. Let's do some analysis tomorrow night. And then Friday and Sunday, I'll see you guys for Simul. Friday Blitz. Take care, guys. Thanks for playing. Congratulations to me for another devastating performance with perfect accuracy. Gobble Roll Mops, Move 11. Thanks to those who donated and subscribed. I'll see you guys tomorrow night.